Hi everyone. I don't know about you, but I'm getting awfully tired. It's time to go to sleep soon. Question I have for you is, how do you say goodnight when it's time to go to sleep? Let's read about how Raina Moore solves that question. How do you say goodnight? How do you say goodnight, my pup? Ruff, ruff. How do you say goodnight? With a stretch and a yawn, and close my eyes until dawn. That's how I say goodnight. How do you say goodnight, Piglet? Oink, oink. How do you say goodnight? With a kiss, mwah, and a sigh, and a sweet lullaby. That's how I say goodnight. Bah! Bah! How do you say goodnight, little lamb? How do you say goodnight? With a cuddle and a hug in my blanket so snug. That's how I say goodnight. Bah! Bah! How do you say goodnight, dear cat? How do you say goodnight? Meow, meow. Soft pajamas, soft light, soft pillow, just right. That's how I say goodnight. How do you say goodnight, sweet duckling? Quack, quack, quack. How do you say goodnight? In my bed, squeaky clean, warm and safe, time to dream. That's how I say goodnight. You know how I say goodnight, my babe? Do you know how I say goodnight? Tuck you in, snug and tight, kiss your cheek, turn off the light. That's how I say goodnight, my love. That's how I say goodnight. Good night. You know how I used to say goodnight? To my little children, I would sing to them, good night, ladies. Good night, ladies. Good night, ladies. It's time to see you go to sleep. Merrily we roll along, roll along, roll along. Merrily we roll along o'er the deep blue sea. Good night.